Welcome to another video, A Walk with Phil, and I'm here in West Bromwich. And what I thought I'd do today is take you to the GREETS GREEN estate and walk some of the streets around here. Once a very socially active area, but sadly over the years this area has been depleted of its many industries and its inns and pubs, but nevertheless we'll have a look around and see what we can see, shall we? Okay, so it's only a short road, Grout Street. There was a couple of pubs along here. There was the Bull's Head, which was opened in 1861 and closed in 1954. And also there was an even older pub along this road, the New Inn, which opened in 1881 and closed in 1913. Well, there could have been anywhere along here, obviously, because this side there are new builds here on my right, and just over the left here there's a kind of a vacant plot. Ahead of me is Welcome to Heather's, and this now is Cape Street now. Yeah, so Cape Street, another one of those short roads here in GREETS GREEN. New build here on my left. These fancy pavers and fancy front door. They've got a nice balcony up there. Not much of a view though, really, is it? Yeah, Cape Street was also the home of a couple of pubs along here. We had the Royal Exchange, which was an old pub which opened in 1861 and closed in 1914. There's Sand Street up there. And the other one, which was obviously quite popular back in its day, it closed in 2008. It was opened in 1850. It was the old Rose and Crown. I'm sure many of you watching this will know of the old Rose and Crown. It used to have its own bowling club and shooting club, and had a jazz band. Yeah, it was all going on. These look like council properties along here, and they could do with the grass being cut, I think. Yeah, a bit overgrown along here. I'm sure they'll get round to it eventually. And I don't know exactly where these pubs were, but I'm taking a guess the old Rose and Crown would have been here. It looks like a pub, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks to me as though it's now all converted into flats. Number 56. Yeah, so that could very well have been the old Rose and Crown. I bet it was quite lively that in the evenings around here with the jazz band going on. Okay, we've come to the end of Cape Street. So we've done Grout Street and Cape Street. We're going to have a walk down Dunkirk Avenue, I think, which I believe is down here to the right. Yeah, it's all right round here so far. It's got a lot of trees along here, isn't it? We have a shuttle bus coming up here, the West Bromwich to Great Bridge, for the number 30. That's the bus that comes through here in GREETS GREEN. Yeah, they was all council properties back in the day. Oh, many of them look as though they're all privately owned now. Somebody's having a bit of work done. I can hear banging. Skips out. Dunkirk Avenue. This was the road actually that was the beginnings of a brewery, Derby's Brewery. One of the most famous breweries in West Bromwich. West Bromwich was known for a lot of brewing of ales, Derby's being one of the most famous. And yeah, I think they started round here in Dunkirk Avenue. There's a large house called Dunkirk Hall, which was converted around about the 1860s into a pub, the Dunkirk Inn. It closed in 1977. Got all these trees here. Dunkirk Avenue. Yeah, Greet's Green surprised a few of you, hasn't it? Surprised me so far. It looks quite peaceful. Okay, there's and close. Yeah, it looks like there's a school up there, and there's a kind of pathway through some trees, park area. Down there, shall we? Yeah. There's every likelihood that this used to be an area of mining activity or brick making. Not sure which. But you usually find a lot of these areas in Sandwell. Once used to be collieries and clay pits, and they've spent money and created park areas. This one here on the corner, those white painted walls and ironwork. Got a few flags flying over there, isn't it? England flag, Black Country flag. Yeah. Blades Road over there. No, I'm not saying if it is, but Blades Road. Blades was the surname of the first ever MP for West Bromwich. Whether or not it relates to that, yeah, he was a Liberal, and he was elected as West Bromwich's first ever MP back in about 1885, something like that. Yeah, these are council properties here. There's another house here with these painted walls. This bird bowl on the corner. It's a fancy yellow bin, isn't it? Okay, folks, so we've done a little bit of Dunkirk Avenue, and looking over there to my left, it looks like we've got something called Collision Repair Centre and recovery specialists for broken down or crashed vehicles, it looks like. Yeah, still trading. Yeah, we've just done a bit of Dunkirk Avenue, and yeah, we're coming to the end of this particular road now. A bit of overgrown that garden, isn't it? Their garden's on a slope. This one looks a bit more cared for. Oh, there's a lot. It's Whitehall Road's ahead of me, and of course, yeah, they've got their chippy there, the Chapman's chippy. That's they still got a chippy, haven't they? Greet's Green. And there's an empty shop there, which I wonder what that could have been. But anyway, Whitehall Road is bereft now of all its entertainment in the past, especially when it comes to pubs, because along Whitehall Road there was the Royal Oak, the Britannia, yeah, Whitehall Tavern, yeah, we're all along Whitehall Road, and its many industries. Oh, they've all gone now, haven't they? Yeah, so we come to a busy part of Greet's Green area, which is Whitehall Road. I did a video of Whitehall Road a while back. Check that one out if you can. I remember this place on the left. Yeah, it used to be a place where you could recycle your paper. I wonder if anybody remembers that. You used to bring loads of paper in your car. You used to wait and get paid for recycled paper. Here on the corner there, there used to be flats. What I'm going to do now is take a right here and have a walk up Whitgrove Street. Ahead of me we've got Riders Green Methodist Church on the corner on the left. That's the only unchanging part of this area. Riders Green area that's on the left with that tree. Anyway, we'll go up Whitgrove Street and let's see what we can find up here. Yeah, Whitgrove Street, it's a fairly long road, I think. Yeah, to the right here used to be a block of flats, apparently. Not that I can remember them actually. But it does look now as though they're getting on with the job of building more houses, apartments, whatever. Next time we come along here it'll be full of them, full of flats. Very quiet along Whitgrave Street. Many of the houses, all pebble dashed frontages, different colours of creams and whites, greys, gables painted different colours like pink, browns, all manner of different colours of, all different colours of double glazing, generally white, but some of them stand out with these light brown colours here. Fancy porches. You had one or two houses along with a front gable at the top. Yeah. Little privet hedge here has survived. Decided to keep a little bit of grass here. What much they're selling for? But this one, this is different, isn't it? It's a deep brown chocolate frontage, door, windows. Yeah, a bit different. It's an arched way porch here. Looks a bit artificial, doesn't it, that grass? Saves mowing though, doesn't it? Now, what about this one? Looks like he's sandblasted it, ready to paint it. Light blue porch door there. That's different. There's Whitgrave Court here. Obviously a patch of land that's been built on. Looks like mainly bungalows down there. Nice bit of ironwork fencing. We've got some brick cladding. Very popular once that, wasn't it? This cladding. I think Coronation Street started that trend. Cladding the front of your house. And funny enough, there's another one there. There's the number 30 bus just coming down again. Looks like a new build property. And that one on the end looks a bit overgrown hedges, and it looks a bit condemned, I think, that one. Yeah. Not sure what's happening with that one. Let's go have a look, shall we? Yeah, it looks like original doors on there. Yeah, it's all been neglected and left, and looks like no one's living in there now. Rear garden's very overgrown. The problem with these edges and privets, they always need trimming. The bigger they are, the harder they are to maintain. A few houses on the left there, they're quite elevated actually, aren't they? Okay then folks, so we've done a bit of Whitgrave Street, so what I'm going to do now is take a left here and go along Stour Street. See what we can find along Stour Street, shall we? There you go, there's the sign, Stour Street. Now, Stour Street has had a couple of pubs as well, amazingly, for such a seemingly quiet road. There was the Red Lion, which was on the corner, I believe, of Stour Street. And also they had the Cottage Spring, which closed in the 60s. But it's one of them again that I wouldn't know where those particular pubs would be. Usually a row of properties for the elderly over there. You've got all their washing out on the line there, and overgrown grass. It's like a little gated community, isn't it? These properties, look. Need a mow on this one as well. That's the first house I've seen that's got hanging baskets on by the front door, just over there. The next door's got one as well. Some old terrace properties ahead. This must be a very old part of Stour Street. Right, I'm going to take a right here into Collins Street. Yeah, it is Collins Street over there. There's one of the road signs on the wall of the house. Obviously one time it was a council property. Whether it still is, I don't know, but there's the sign still on the wall of that house. You don't see it very often. It's something I always pick out. And ahead of me there's a Christmas wreath on the door there. We are in the month of June. Yeah, Collins Street, another very, very peaceful area. And all these elderly properties here. All, of course, gated as well. They don't come around and mow the lawns very often for them, do they? Although the ones on the front of their properties, probably they've done it themselves. A couple of houses here littered with wheelie bins, large grass corner there. Okay, so ahead of me is East Vernon Street. Oh, we've done a few streets today, haven't we? So yeah, let's have a look up. Let's look down Vernon Street. First of all, let's have a quick look up there. It's the back of some factory over there on the left. There was a pub along here once, a long time ago. The White Swan, I think it was called. But here's Vernon Street, and got a couple of elderly residences there, and they've got their own little car parking area, and it's parking for residents only. There's just two properties there, and they've got quite a huge expanse of parking there, haven't they? Just those two. Very privileged. There's a fancy bungalow there, covered in butterflies, and he likes his stone sculptures. These plant pots and windmills over there. Look. Statues. Okay, so we're now leaving Vernon Street and we're now on the Oldbury Road here in West Bromwich. And here we've got the Jolly Sailor. Now the Jolly Sailor's frontages was a bit different. I don't remember back in the day. This I'm sure this wall wasn't here. Yeah, but it's like one of these bar and Indian grills now. But the Jolly Sailor didn't have this wall, as I just mentioned, and ahead of me there, that used to be the off licence. You could go in there. And the Jolly Sailor's got an interesting story, actually. It was the Jolly Sailor actually was named after a sailor called Joseph Weston, who apparently went down with his ship during the Second World War in 1944. But I don't know who Joseph Weston was. All I know is he was a sailor, but did he originate from these parts? But apparently that's what the Jolly Sailor was named after. Let's finish our tour of the Greets Green estate by just having a walk along here in Oldbury Road. This is another fairly new road. It's called Farley. Farley Road, it's a private one, no access. You can see they're all new builds. Again, named after Alderman Farley, the first mayor of West Bromwich. His name crops up in many places in West Brom. Jack's Autos over there. I remember that being, for ages it used to sell vegetables, and you used to get your big sacks of potatoes from there, and also it had house plants and garden plants and such like. The Albury Road again is one of these roads that are extraordinarily noisy. Car shop over there, breaker's yard for used cars over there, look. Stour Street, what we've just been round. This is the other end of Stour Street. Here's hairdressers. Well, it looks like a normal hairdresser's, not the type that we mentioned many a time, which is Turkish ones. Strange bit here on the corner. I don't know what's behind there. There's a little shuttered door and a window that's been there years, but I do know that in this corner it could very well have been to do with the Union Cross pub, because the Union Cross pub was very famous and it was on this corner. See anything now, it's just corrugated metal all the way around this corner. But on that corner there was the Union Cross pub, which opened in 1827 and it was closed in 1984, and it even had its own brewery at the rear. It was a very popular pub, and it used to be there on the corner of this famous crossroads here. So okay then folks, so I think we'll leave it at that. We've covered a few streets around the Greets Green area today, and it's a sad in a way that the Greets Green area has been so deprived of its once grand social status, with its many inns and pubs which used to proliferate around this area. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you on the next one.